What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the lounge. I'm Chris. Before we hop into it, make sure to like and subscribe, and also check out our Discord tournaments and also our coaching program that gets you a discount on our Discord tournaments. All info for that will be in the description. Today, we're going to be talking about main deck boss monsters. They've kind of disappeared for the most part. The only real example left that's meta relevant, at least nowadays, is Regulus, unless you want to count Master Hyperion, because one agent is able to top, although sick, good on you. But besides Regulus, there's not really many main deck boss monsters left nowadays. Oh, but what about Griffin Rider? Griffin Rider's really relevant. Everybody plays Adventure. Oh yeah, I'm really glad you slotted in a 9-card engine into your deck, and now because of that, you're gonna call the negate that you summon off of it your boss monster, when your deck is just a pile of engines. Now, a lot of other decks have extra deck boss monsters. I can talk all day about Thunder Dragon Colossus or Dante, and current meta-relevant decks have them. Tri-Brigade allocated their boss monster slot to Sherrig in the extra deck, and Sword Soul has, I don't know, 3 big guys. I don't know who you want to call their boss. Maybe YUGIOH, because he's the most relevant. But the archetypal decks nowadays really tend to lack main deck boss monsters, and I think that takes away a lot of the flavor from the decks. I think a lot of people became very attached to their archetypes back in the days through their boss monsters. Agents players loving their Master Hyperion, Lightsworn players loving their JD, Psychic players loving their dad. Me curious why it cost $1,000 to buy a dad. I just wanted a dad. And with the flavor of boss monsters just not being in archetypes anymore, archetypes tend to feel just like pretty stale and kind of just wind up feeling like engines to fulfill some type of goal of what's the best thing you can do out of your extra deck this format. And maybe that's just the development of a metagame, and maybe over time that's just how the game is supposed to go. We're supposed to find the best tools out of the whole card pool and put them together and make the best system that can create most consistently the best outcome. But again, that doesn't really take away from the fact that we're losing a lot of flavor in this. And a lot of decks are starting to feel kind of samey. We play Yu-Gi-Oh! For the exciting gameplay that Yu-Gi-Oh! Brings, slamming down our big boss monsters and taking our opponent down these crazy lines of play that lead us to all of our different explosive plays. And I think taking out the nuance of having different lines of play built into your deck with boss monsters and different things to go into and having to funnel into your extra deck a lot leaves the game feeling like it's lost a lot of its flair. Also, lacking this type of flavor and nuance in a game tends to make decks funnel into very similar types of game plans, which leads to formats like this, where cards like Artifact Scythe are a problem. And yeah, Scythe is a specific problem, and that card's a bit too easy to get out, but not having boss monsters like this force decks to funnel themselves into losing to cards like this and not having any outs in their deck, and that's just really frustrating to me. And also, it's just not as fun. Hopefully, with the printing of Regulus and decks like Eldlich that was printed kind of recently that revolve around main deck boss monsters, we're going to be seeing more main deck boss monsters getting printed, especially in archetypes that come out that are actually good. Let us know what you guys think in the comments, if you guys like boss monsters in the game, and if you like what they bring to the game, and maybe what your favorite boss monster is, or if you hate them and you kind of just wish that everything would just be an engine and why you think that way. Again, check out our Discord tournaments and our coaching program, and check out BemaniLounge.com where we have a bunch of sealed product and singles. Again, all info for that's in the description, and we'll see you next time on the lounge.